We actually missed the bus of 3G and 4G, but now we are well poised to develop the technology in 5G. And Government of India has launched a multi-institution project across IITs and Indian Institute of Science to develop an indigenous 5G testbed. And I believe the components and technologies developed as a part of this testbed can be commercialized through various enterprises and startups. So the current in order for the current ecosystem to develop in the context of India, several steps needs to be taken, and that is what the high level forum has recommended to the Government of India. And one of them is actually, and the most important one is actually to make the spectrum available. And I was chairing the task force on the spectrum, and we have identified several spectrum bands which the government really needs to be released, first for experimental purposes, and then later on for the field deployment. So that is one thing, and then several other regulatory issues including spectrum pricing for the mobile backhauls, etc., also need to be taken by the government in order for the 5G networks to get deployed in the country. So we view 5G as an enabler for the broadband access in urban as well as in the rural India. As you know that in India, cellular mobile communication has been the primary telephone access, unlike in the Western world where the cellular mobile communication really evolved for the reasons of mobility. But in India, apart from mobility, it has become the primary telephone connections, and this happened in 2G and 3G, and now we believe that the broadband connection in pan India will also happen through the cellular mobile broadband only. And in this context, the 5G technology plays an important role in spreading the broadband in the entire country. One of the important characteristics of the rural India is that it requires a larger coverage, and plus instead of high speed mobility it requires the fixed mobility, and plus the entire technology also needs to be energy efficient. And some of these requirements, technology requirements, we have taken it to the international standards bodies like ITU and 3GPP, and we believe that some parts of the 5G can address the rural broadband connectivity issues, and thereby bridging the rural urban divide in terms of cellular mobile access. If you look into the 5G technology systems, one of the important part as the technology is evolving now is going towards more and more softwareizations. In fact, in the entire 5G ecosystem, software defined networking, network function virtualizations, etc. Play an important role, and the hardwares are becoming more and more commoditized, except of course for the RF and the antenna part. And given the fact that now the entire technology is going to get implemented mostly through intelligent software in the form of software defined networkings or software defined radios or network function virtualizations, I believe that this gives us a very important opportunity for the Indian industry and the Indian ecosystem to jumpstart, because we really don't need to develop now very specialized hardware, and this could give us an edge or advantage in terms of leapfrogging to the development of a 5G ecosystem in the country. We believe that in the Indian context there are three important challenges and for large scale penetration of the cellular mobile or the broadband access. One of them is we have an intermittent availability of electricity supply, and that is why most of the time the telecom towers have to depend upon the diesel generators. Another one is the non-availability of the fiber backhaul, and that is why the end-to-end cost increases. And the third one, of course, you need a spectrally efficient and a large coverage area technologies. And when we try to address these challenges, including the fact, of course, that we don't need high-speed mobility, but primarily the fixed access. And when we try to put these requirements as a part of the important requirement of the technology, then we call it to be a frugal 5G. And we have initiated in IEEE Communication Standards standards group which is called IEEE P2061, which is actually working on developing the standard for frugal 5G. I think one of the important achievement of TSDSI has been that it has brought together the academia, industry, as well as the research labs and the governments on one platform. Today TSDSI is an organizational partner of 3GPP, and 3GPP is what this partnership project which is driving the next generation wireless standards. And now at least we have a say in driving the international standards. Plus we have also taken it to the ITU some of the India's requirements which we believe are important from the point of view of capturing it in IMT 2020, that is the official name of the 5G. So TSDSI really provided a platform where all stakeholders came together and took India's requirements to both ITU as well as 3GPP. Now we are of course taking our ideas and IPRs also into the 3GPP standards. Initial efforts have begun, but of course a lot more needs to be done in order to make a significant impact.